What's up, everybody? This is King L. Bay. I'm about to drop some serious knowledge on y'all. I need everybody to pay attention to this. This information, we're dropping it on really how to deal with the courts. And we're going to talk about the instrumentality doctrine and how these rules apply. But you first got to understand what's applicable, what's not applicable. And you got to understand these words when you're dealing with the jurisdiction. So we're going to get into it today. But we first need to define certain things. Now, I shout out this word, the instrumentality doctrine, for a reason. So let's go to the definition of instrument, but we got to associate this with the rules of civil procedure so that we can understand and break this down. And I'm going to try to do it in a short time, not to make this video long, but for those to wrap their mind. Because I got people trolling my site or trolling my videos, and I know they don't got a clue. You see, the one thing about over here, we know how to win in court. We know what to do. It ain't none of this second guessing, or we got this down to a science. We understand how to liberate Moors. We understand what this game is all about because we know it's a game. So let's get into this information and let me drop you with this science. Let's go here. Now, a lot of people don't really understand this information in its entirety. So I'm just talking about instruments. And now look at the definition of an instrument. A written legal document that defines rights, duties, entitlements, or liabilities such as contracts, wills, promissory notes, or share certificates. Now, it says, an instrument seems to embrace contracts, deeds, statutes, wills, orders, and counsel, order, warrants, schemes, letter, patents, rules, regulations, bylaws, whether in writing or in print or partly in both. In fact, any written or printed document that may have to be interpreted by the courts. So, this is what you got to understand. A treaty is an instrument. A contract is an instrument. A statute is an instrument. And we're going to go to statutory instruments. I'm going to show you all of this and understanding how this works. And I'm going to show you how we know how to get down with the get down, because we understand how to do it within the confines of the jurisdiction, and we know how to implement these standards of practice. So when you dealing with people who talk about, oh, King L. Bay don't know nothing about court or whatever, most people don't understand this information at all. You understand me? Cut down this music a little bit. Let me cut down the music. Oh, this mug all the way up. I hope everybody could hear what I'm saying, but I'm dropping this information so my people can really get this information in their veins, so this information don't go over everybody's head. But back to instruments. So, as I'm going to regurgitate, just let you know, we looking at instrument and what it means. You see, there's a statutory instrument. So, this, I'm not going to go through all of them, but there is a commercial instrument or commercial law, an unconditional promise or order to pay a fixed amount of money with or without interest or other fixed charges described in the promise or order. A means by which something is achieved, performed, or furthered. An instrument of social equality. an interchoke instrument, an unrecorded instrument that must by law be recorded to serve as an effective notice to a third party. Until the instrument is recorded, it is effective only between the parties to the instrument. This breaking this down, getting into the instrumentality doctrine, showing y'all this information, just getting into the essentials of this information. I'm not gonna go through all this. I just want to show you something, and I'm looking and just breaking all of this down. A thing used to achieve an end or a purpose. A means or agency through which a function of another entity is accomplished, such as a branch of governing body. The principle that a corporation is treated as a subsidiary if it is controlled to a great extent by another corporation. So I'm just showing you how all of this works. Perfect instrument. An instrument that is executed and filed with a public registry. This is where the UCCs come in at. Just showing y'all how, like what we do over in Musk, this ain't no guess. This ain't none of that. We're gonna show y'all how we break all the doors down and break down the information. So let's go here. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all about private, public, how all this stuff works, and how this should be energizing y'all to come and want to rock with the Musk organization and how we get down. A treaty, it says an agreement formally signed, ratified, adhered to between two nations or sovereigns. An international agreement concluded between two or more states in written form and governed by international law. It's a convention, a covenant, a declaration, a pact, executive agreement. There is a such thing as a commercial treaty. I don't want to get into all of that, but this has a lot to do with it. Defense treaty. Let me see. We ain't gonna talk about this. A guarantee. Let me see. Mixed treaty. We just going on. It's all types of different treaties. A non-proliferation treaty. This offensive treaty. We just a permanent treaty. Personal treaty. It's a treaty relating exclusively to the contract sovereign as a person. Example: personal treaties are family alliances and treaties guaranteeing the throne to a particular sovereign and his or her family. With advent of constitutional government in Europe, personal treaties have lost their importance. So, real treaties. I done showed y'all this stuff before. Just breaking all this stuff down and understanding this country, what these different terms mean. So it says a private treaty, and I told y'all in the videos there's a public treaty and a private treaty. I'm just skimming through to show y'all. An agreement to convey property negotiated by the buyer and the seller or their agents. See, this is how y'all don't understand how to keep public and private affairs out together. Y'all don't know how to separate the two. And that's what we show you how to do and how to get down over at the Must organization. Because a lot of people think they got some knowledge. And the thing at the bottom line is, when you all roads into court, leads to court, and if you don't know what to do in court, I don't care who you is and what you say, you know, we know how to win in court. We ain't gonna say nothing is easy or fair, but we know how to get down in that courtroom. Now, I want to show y'all something before I start here. We're gonna go here. First, I want to let you know. Let's go back. There's only one form of action, which is civil action. Just to drop that on. But we're gonna go through this. I'm trying to speed this up a little bit because I don't wanna. Just want to show y'all something. Show y'all this definition. I'm gonna go through several things to show you under these statutes. Under these rules, how words give a false impression or a misconception, and they use the words and language to put a spell on you to keep you out of things. Just trying to drop a little knowledge on you. Like you gotta understand how all this stuff works, and how treaties to contracts and all this stuff works, to trust, and how all this works, and how jurisdictions are determined. So I'm not going to get into all of that. That's for those who want to become members. And we'll break it all down to you. We'll show you how to get this done. But I just want to show you something. This is judicial notice of certain law, determination of a foreign law. Remember, I told y'all before, foreign law is private. So I'm just going to show y'all something. Just going to break this down. It says, determination of foreign law. A party who intends to rely on a law of a foreign country shall give notice in his pleadings or other reasonable written notice. The court determining the law of a foreign country may consider any relative material source, including testimony, whether or not submitted by a party. The court determination shall be treated as a ruling of question of law and shall be made by the court and not the jury. Now, I done went over this before in the video, so I'm just gonna still keep dropping this knowledge on y'all, because I know ain't nobody doing what we doing over here at Must. You can stack them up, because we doing it, we dropping it hard on. You feel me? We know what we doing over here. We ain't playing no games. Let me show y'all people something. Country. Why everybody think? Let me show y'all something. I'm going down these definitions. A nation, a political state, the territory of such a nation or state. Just gonna break this down. I'm gonna prove a point to you. Because they use the word, but we gotta go back and forth to the civil rules and procedure. And I'm gonna show you how to connect certain dots. But if you really want to gag, you gotta step over on this side of the fence. Because in a minute, we're gonna stop doing all these videos. Because there's certain things that you can't do, you're supposed to be doing. So we're gonna drop this information on y'all. We're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna make those who non-believe believe what we do over here. We gonna set the standard. So let's keep on pushing. Now you see what that says? A nation, a political state, right? The territory of such a nation or state. Let me show y'all something. Let me break this down. Let me break this down. I don't want to go there yet. Let me see. Was this it? Let me see. Society. A community of people as a state, nation, locality, the common culture, tradition, and interest. Okay, so you see the word nation. Let me keep it pushing. Let me see. I don't want to go back there. I'm trying to make this video real short. I'm not trying to extend the video. Nation. A large group of people having a common origin, language, and tradition, and usually constitute a political entity. When a nation is conceded with a state, the term nation state is often used. Also termed nationality. I'm just gonna break this down for y'all. Let's keep it pushing. We've been doing this. I'm trying to show y'all something. Let me show you something about sovereign right. A unique right possessed by a state or its agencies that enable it to carry out its official functions for the public benefit, as distinguished from certain proprietary rights that it may possess like any other private person. I'm just gonna show you how all this works. I'm gonna keep pushing. Let me go through another definition. But I'm gonna show y'all something what we do over here. Private person. A person who does not hold public office or serve in the military. An entity such as a corporation or partnership that is governed by private law. I'm gonna drop this science on y'all. Let me see this science. Let me drop some more science. There's science. Let me see where private. This is a private person. Foreign. Of or relating to another country. To, of, or relating to another jurisdiction. Arizona gave full faith and credit to foreign judgment from Mississippi. I'm just gonna break this down. Let me see. Statutory. Now I told you about the word instrument. Statutory instrument. A British administration, a British administrative regulation or order. Look at this once again. It says a British regulation or order. An order or regulation issued by an authoritative power by statute to do so, usually to give details effect to the statute. I'm just showing y'all something.
If you brush your teeth, they don't fall out.
Ever since I invented toothpaste and put it in a tube, every half-rat inventor in town has been trying.
Just want to show y'all something. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Statutory. A British administrative regulation or order. So, I just want you to look at the word. Let's go back. Let's see the word country again. Let me show you country. Now, as it talks to relate to a country, let's go back here to look at the civil rules of procedure. Now, when you talk about country, what they try to fool you. So this is a, you can say, private society or private corporation or private entity. This is may consider relevant material. So when you understand what's going on and how they're using these words to trick you, to not get you to elevate your mind, to understanding how to set up and establish jurisdictions where personal jurisdiction cannot be granted because they have to be a party to the contract, treaty, or whatever the instrument is. We're gonna hit y'all. Let's go back to the rules. Let's go back to the rules. Let me show y'all something. See, it's guys that wanna, it's, I don't know, it's a few, it ain't no few people, it's a couple of people that look at what we do and they don't understand because they don't have the wherewithal. So I showed you, when you take a judicial notice and you looking at the rules, you got to understand how you get in the court to come in to look at this information. I already went over some of this, but let me get back into this. Let me show y'all something, because a lot of people don't understand these rules. They don't understand how to apply these rules. They don't understand how to go about making these rules applicable. They don't understand how to do the process and how all this stuff works. So let me see, what word did I wanted to go? Let's go here. Let me show y'all pre-trial procedures. Ain't nobody teaching y'all this information on this, what I'm talking about. Any action that the court schedule one or more conference before trial to accomplish the following. Look at all these issues. I'm not going to go through all of them, but it's one that I really want to y'all to look at, and this is admission of facts. So the court do all of this, and then it's agree on admissibility of documents and other evidence to avoid unnecessary testimony or other proofs during trial. This is what I want y'all to focus on. 12. Other matters which may aid in the disposition of the action. So I'm just, you gotta understand what you posted, what the pretrial motion supposed to be. And this is when the pretrial, you're not putting in pretrial motions. When you do certain things, this is what you're supposed to be doing at pretrial. You're supposed to be having your ducks in a row, and what we have, we use the process correctly. So when you go here, they can try to keep moving and wiggling, but it's gonna cause a stir, and once they realize you know what you're doing, it's gonna be a different ball game from there. Cause now you talking about civil actions and lawsuits and other claims being established. Because we're doing record checking, we doing fact finding, we doing the different, we playing a whole nother ball game. Let me go to this Ohio administrative procedure. See, a lot of y'all don't understand, like, when you dealing with institutions to institutions, institutions have administrative processes. So you got to understand, one of the things you got to do is, it says, that's why I say you always do something 30 days. According to the act, the agency must give at least 30 days notice to prior date of a hearing or any action. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. I mean, I'm not going to go through this, but it's a lot of people, like, they even talk about revoking licenses. Like, you got to understand how to play the game. And everybody ain't playing the game on the same level. You know, when you come down to doing this and putting this information out here, we understand how to do this. Like we set this up, we understand like what it is to be a private person, what it is to establish an institution that knows how to function and learn how to separate public and private. Y'all don't I don't understand that people really understand that and how to get the support in which we know how to do. This is King L Bay. I might do a part 2 on this, dropping this knowledge, but I just want to also go through before I get out of here. I want to show you something under this. Let's see. There's a lot of people. I keep trying to tell y'all we do this for real, man. Like we 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 understand this. We understand how to do business. We understand this. This is 82 jurisdiction unaffected. These rules shall not be construed to extend or limit the jurisdiction of this court. I mean of this. Let me read this again. The rules shall not be construed to extend or limit the jurisdiction of the court of this state. You understand? They can't extend jurisdiction, but it ain't. These rules ain't to limit the jurisdiction either. They is what they are. It is what it is. It's are what it is. It is what it's are. It is what it is. You gotta understand this. So this is why you're not getting out of child support. You're not. Your habeas is not working. Your mandamus, your prohibition, because you filed both of them together. This is how you create and do things on another level. This is King L Bay. I'm signing off. You know, we keep it rocking over here with the information. Like, I mean, we understand what it takes. We've been doing this for a long time. Like, I ain't get here overnight. I put in my work. I understood my due diligence, and I'm dropping science for my people so that we can start doing what we need to do, and that's being better people to each other. All right, signing out. Peace.